All right, our next plant here is Pinus coulteri in the Pinaceae, coulter pine. And coulter pine is a very close relative to Pinus sabiniana, and they do co-occur here at Mount Diablo. Coulter pines are generally a little bit higher in elevation than the ghost pine here at Mount Diablo. And they both have 3 needles per fascicle, and the needles are pretty long. The way that they differ, though, is you can see this one has basically one main central stem and a lot of lateral branches. So that's one difference. The second one is that the needles are really obviously clustered towards the tips of the branches. The third thing is they're a little greener than gray. So if you have a coulter pine growing next to a ghost pine, this one will look greener and the ghost pine will look grayer. Both of them have these enormous cones that can kill you. They weigh, a couple pounds. And I think coulter pine, is the species that has the record of the heaviest pine cone ever found, ever weighed. But both of these guys have just such enormous cones, and there's some overlap in terms of the range of variation within the species, within each of the species. Coulter pine has a different geographic range, though, than ghost pine. So this right here at Mount Diablo, and then it has one population at Black Diamond Park, which is a little bit north of here. That's the northernest point of coulter pine. This is a species that you find in the Coast Ranges, but especially as you get towards Southern California. So this is not a species that you find in the Sierra foothills. So you see these guys on the other side of Big Sur. You see them as you're going down Highway 1 towards Southern California and into probably the Santa Monica Mountains, I'm guessing, and then that's probably where the range stops, more or less.
Like San Gabriel.
San Gabriel Mountains, okay. So both of these species produce pine nuts that are edible and delicious. And both of these species were managed by, and continue to be managed and collected by California Indian tribes and other people that like to eat delicious pine nuts. And yeah, that's all I have to say about this guy. You can really recognize these at a distance because of the central stem and the lateral branches and the enormous cones. And that this is to be separated from ghost pine, which actually you can see that direction if you keep walking this way. It has multiple stems and more of a kind of bluish gray color.